Have you ever wondered why Psalm 91 is known as the Psalm of Protection? This particular psalm, nestled within the heart of the Bible, holds a special place in the hearts of many. It's a beacon of hope, a sanctuary in times of storm, a fortress in the face of fear. Psalm 91 is not simply another chapter in the Holy Scriptures, but a profound promise from the divine. It stands as a testament to God's unwavering protection for those who place their trust in Him. It's a spiritual haven where believers can retreat to find solace and strength. And it's not just because of its poetic verses or its soothing rhythm. There's something intrinsically powerful about Psalm 91, something that goes beyond words. So what makes it so potent? In this video we explore three main reasons why Psalm 91 is a powerful prayer for protection. Firstly, the power of Psalm 91 lies in its foundation on God's character. Dive deep into the very first verse of Psalm 91. It states, "He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty." This verse is not merely a collection of words but a profound revelation. It tells us that when we choose to live, to dwell in the presence of God, we find ourselves enveloped, protected under the shadow of the Almighty. Now who is this Almighty? He is the Most High, the one who is above all, the one who holds supreme power. And this power is far greater, far more potent than any adversary we might face in our lives. The concept of dwelling in God's presence is not about physical relocation. It's about a spiritual state of being, a state of trust, faith, and surrender. When we choose to dwell in His presence, we acknowledge His sovereignty over our lives. We huddle under His protective shadow, safe from the worries, fears, and uncertainties of life. This dwelling is a place of security, a place of peace. It's a place where the enemy cannot reach, where the storms of life cannot touch. It's a place where we are not just survivors but overcomers, victorious not by our strength but by His. Thus, God's character forms a critical basis for the strength of Psalm 91. Secondly, Psalm 91 is powerful due to the specific promises of protection God makes to His people. The psalm is a tapestry of divine assurances, woven with threads of protection against diverse dangers and fears. Let's delve into some of these promises. The psalmist speaks of protection from the snare of the fowler. This metaphorical trap could represent any hidden danger in our lives. God's promise here is to guard us against unforeseen pitfalls that lay in our path. The psalm also mentions protection from deadly pestilence. This could be interpreted as any form of disease or plague, be it physical, emotional, or spiritual. The assurance here is that God's protection extends to every aspect of our health and well-being. Protection from the terror by night and the arrow that flies by day further amplifies the comprehensive nature of God's promises. These phrases encapsulate the fears and threats that can assail us at any time, day or night. Yet, God's protective shield remains steadfast. Finally, God's promise to command His angels concerning you, to guard you in all your ways, offers a comforting image of divine guardianship. This promise reiterates that God's protective care is not sporadic, but continuous and all-encompassing. God's promises in Psalm 91 provide assurance and a source of strength for those who trust in Him. They offer a divine guarantee of protection, making Psalm 91 a powerful prayer for any person seeking refuge and safety. Lastly, the strength of Psalm 91 is rooted in our relationship with God. The blessings and protection it promises are not just arbitrary gifts from a distant deity. Rather, they are the tangible expressions of a loving relationship between God and those who trust in Him, those who choose to make Him their refuge. When we declare, "He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust," we are not merely reciting words. We are expressing a profound truth about our relationship with the divine. We are acknowledging that God is our shelter, our protection, our place of safety. We are declaring our trust in His power and His care for us. But it's more than just a declaration. It's a confession of dependence. It's an admission that we need God, that we rely on Him for our safety and security, that we trust Him to protect us. This reliance is not a sign of weakness, but rather a testament to our strength. It's a recognition of our own limitations and an acknowledgement of God's limitless power. It's a declaration of trust in God's character, His promises, and His love for us. So when we pray Psalm 91, we're not just asking for protection, we're reaffirming our relationship with God, expressing our trust in Him, and declaring our dependence on Him. Our relationship with God therefore greatly amplifies the power of Psalm 91. In conclusion, Psalm 91 is a powerful prayer for protection because it is based on God's character, His promises, and our relationship with Him. This psalm, cherished by many, serves as a beacon of hope and a fortress of faith, reminding us that we are never alone in our battles. It is rooted in the unshakable foundations of God's character, the Most High, the Almighty, who is more formidable than any adversary we could face. We've journeyed through the verses of this psalm, discovering how it is steeped in God's promises of protection. He pledges to shield us from the snare of the fowler, the terror by night, the arrow that flies by day, and the deadly pestilence. These promises are not empty words but a divine testament of His unwavering commitment to our security. Furthermore, we've explored how Psalm 91 is a reflection of our relationship with God. The blessings it bestows are promised to those who place their trust in God, acknowledging His power and sovereignty, and expressing our reliance on Him. So when you find yourself in the midst of a storm, remember to recite Psalm 91. Let it serve as a reminder of God's unyielding power and His promises of protection. Trust in His strength and let Him be your refuge. Do you have a testimony of how God has protected you after praying Psalm 91? We invite you to share your story in the comments below.